24yep.com.
People beside us.
Is that the long boy?
Yeah.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
And then as slow as... Leave it.
10 out of 10. Slaying lines. Peace.
Please subscribe.
What's up, boys and girls? Shout out Paige, Brooklyn, and Megan. In today's video, we are unboxing a bunch of Scx24 stuff that I bought, and I'll just talk about some stuff and what it is along the way. But before we get started, I just wanted to quickly shout out a new category on my website, 24yep.com. This is not to sell anything. 24yep.com. There's a category here, showroom. If you click on that, this is a bunch of detailed pictures and information about different builds. This is something that would have helped me a lot back in the day, so hopefully this will help somebody else. So, for example, if you just click on one of these, I have a bunch of pictures showing like just different little things about the build, and then I have a little write-up here on each build just of the parts that it used. Again, this isn't to sell anything, nothing is for sale here. This is just pictures and a closer look at some different builds. I have a ton of trucks to post on the showroom, so I would say check it weekly if you're interested in checking those out. Every couple days I'm going to try and add one or two of them. Alright, let's get to the unboxing. Alright boys, today's two boxes. I'm a bit worried about this one. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a couple trucks in here, and hopefully they're not smashed. Sweet, I'm gonna get this stuff unwrapped and then we'll take a closer look. Box number one, completely unboxed, and here's what we got. This is a Dinky RC, right there's the brand, Lexan body. I do have one of these already, mine's unpainted, but I still plan on keeping this one. I think this looks really good, it's painted well. And overall, just a fan of this. Actually, before we move on, I'm going to go see if I can set this on top of some other trucks and just see what it looks like with some wheels and tires on it. Obviously, the body's sitting upside down on an already built truck, but just to get an idea, I like to do this with other trucks. Like whenever one's laying down, you can just kind of hold a body over it to get an idea of like the wheelbase or what wheels and tires are going to look like. That's way too long. Yeah, this is sweet. This body, I plan on keeping. Alright, let's see what else we got. Okay, up next, and the one that I was most excited about, unfortunately, I don't know if it was already broken or if it broke in shipping, but either way, it unfortunately broke. This is a custom Venge chassis. He only made a couple of these. Venge printed and painted body. It's not complete, it still needs electronics, servo. Some big high clearance links in the rear, Muse axles. Dang, kind of really bummed out that this isn't as nice as I was expecting. That's okay, that's how she goes. Up next we have a 3D printed body with a big high clearance cut. It looks like one of our tungsten weights used to be glued right there on the axle and that fell off. Make sure I keep track of that. Big bend links in the rear with some beefy boy links in the front. Muse axles, 3D printed chassis, I think. Yeah, 3D printed chassis. Endura servo, PureTech stuff. These are the stock plastic links that he heat up and bent. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, it looks like the carrier bearings exploded and a little bit crusty looking. Okay. Okay, also a little bit junkier than I was expecting. That's okay. Keep the weight with that. Up next, 3D printed Datsun body. Spec chassis printed. Furetech Electronics. Well, this one looks complete. There's an ESC receiver. Endura servo. First time seeing this. This is the clear Muse axles, but it looks like he painted the axle shafts orange. Another interesting play here with the upper links crossed. Does it still move? Yeah, it still moves. Again, we have some beefy boy front links. I think these are homemade by the looks of them. Not 100% sure, but I'm thinking these are homemade. Big bend rear links. These are the Endura XX pin tires, and he cut off every other pin on the tires. I've had really good luck with these tires. They work well for me. Nothing too special here. 3D printed body. Sorry about the train noise in the background if you can hear it. Nothing too special here either. Endura bug body. Decent looking paint job. And lastly, out of this package, a set of Proline trenchers on Endura wheels. Well, that was box number one. I think my favorite thing out of box number one is probably this body. Real quick video after the video. This is another truck that I recently purchased, and I just wanted to quickly show it and talk about it because I get a lot of questions relating to similar things with what's going on here. So this is Spec chassis, which you can print for free on my website. This is a cab body on my website that you can print for free, and this is a cage piece on my website for free. So pretty much this whole build, well, chassis and the body situation, can all be free. But I mainly wanted to show how this guy mounted it because I get a lot of questions on this. The magnets used are 6x3. These are the printed magnet mounts included with the Spec chassis. So the magnets are 6x3, and then he has two magnets under the hood there, obviously, and he used this little fuel cell area for two more magnets. So there's a close look at that magnet mount. Close look at this one. Very simple way to get started with the build. Also, shout out Phantom Crawlers. This guy does some pretty cool paint jobs. This is the second or third truck that I've bought from him now. All right, back to the video. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, we got a lot in here. I'm gonna take everything out of the box and then we'll pick back up. And we're off to a bad start. The first truck that I pulled out, the chassis rails broke. Disappointing. All right, box number two, completely unboxed. And here's what we got. We have a clear Gladiator body just piled full of a bunch of random stuff. I'm not even gonna bother talking about that. It's just like random axle shafts, some random brass knuckles, wiring, hardware, bearings. Nothing that's really that cool to look at. Brand new set of Proline trenchers. If you're new here, these tires work amazing. They seem to work great for everybody actually, regardless of what your rocks are like. So, Proline trencher, good tire choice. Carnage RC rings with a set of Trio wheels. Good. We have a set of J-Concept landmine tires on Hobby Soul wheels, and then two that are unmounted. And then we have a brand new set of Pitbull PBX. I get a lot of questions about these tires, just asking what they are, and right here's what they are. Pitbull PBX. Smaller tire with obviously not an aggressive looking tread, but these have always worked really well for me. Set of stock axles here, which I actually do care about. I like stock axles. Coupe RC chassis. I do already have one of these, so that'll be sold. WT Micro body. Maz Design chassis with a Little Guy Racing servo. Little Guy Racing motor. This looks like the Rockwolf ESC. Proline shocks. And Muse portal axles. Not sure what brand these wheels are, but you can find them on Amazon. I think there's a couple different like little off brands that have similar wheels. This is a Carnage chassis, and this one was needing an axle shaft. That's what's going on here. These are Endura wheels, Endura XX pin tires, Furatech ESC, Furatech Little Guy Racing motor. I think I already said Carnage chassis, obviously. Stock style axles, but they're metal and purple. And we have this guy, coupe chassis, Mofo orange pancake motor, torque servo. This is the servo that doesn't have the ears on it, so you can see it's just like completely flat there, completely flat there. And the servo mount is attached to the servo. It's all one piece that just mounts right to the axle. This is good for whenever you have chassis rails that come like up past the servo and your servo ears always want to hit the chassis rails as it's flexing around. This is a good option to try and get away from that. These are Power Hobby axles. They're actually in a pretty cool color. I like this color. Not really anything else too exciting here to talk about. Oh, the Carnage rings. I didn't even realize. These are one of the first sets of Carnage rings that he did, where they're black and silver. Nice. Those are good ones. I'm happy with that. And then obviously WT Micro half cab body. Gladiator on a Maz Design chassis, Furatech brushless setup, Furatech brushless ESC, Mofo RC Black Label servo, J-Concept megalithic tires. I don't see these used that often, and these work really well for me. I've had good luck with them. Little Guy Racing wheels. Actually, I've been wondering if these wheels matched the Little Guy Racing axles that I had made. I'll be right back. I'm pretty sure this is the same color, and if so, I'm gonna keep these wheels for myself. I'll be right back. Okay, this is awesome. I don't know how well this will show up on the camera, or how well they're gonna match on camera, but in person, the axles are very, very, very similar, if not the same. Boy, it's just so hard to show some colors on camera. Okay, sweet. Happy about that. Anything else important on this truck? Muse V1 axles. A big, nice metal hitch there. Stoked on that. Mofo brass links in the front. Aluminum rears. This is a pretty cool one. I like how low it sits. Again, WT Micro body. What the heck is this body attached? Okay, I don't know why that was so hard. Body's attached with magnets. WT Micro body. Looks like, once again, Maz Design chassis. Furatech Venom motor. Furatech ESC. Little Guy Racing Black Label tires. Little Guy Racing servo. Muse V1 axles front and rear. Nothing too crazy with this one, but I like the color of it, and it looks cool with how low it sits. Something to pay attention to that really helped me whenever I started to notice it was this point hanging down right here. Your links, you have like all this clearance here, but then it drops back down to this spot, and I noticed myself always getting hung up on this spot. Like, ideally, I like my front end to go directly from the skid right into the links. Right here is kind of what I was just saying that I like right here with the Venge build. So you can see the skid and chassis kind of flow right into these front links versus what's happening with that setup. Again, this is all personal preference. This This setup might work perfectly fine for you, and that's good. I was just giving my 2 cents that I try and have mine set up like this. Here's another quick example with that spec chassis. So again, the front links just kind of flat, go right back into the skid area, just all one. And last but not least, Hot Boy Ford. Dude, those wheels with the Proline trenchers stretched on them. This is a Big Country toy truck, and this is the WT Micro Long Boy chassis. This is the kit that he makes. It uses stock axles, then it has like a little spring perch that attaches right there. It uses Endura 39mm shocks, as you can see. Pretty cool setup. And the front, just a normal stock axle, nothing special going on up here. And for anyone unaware, this uses C10 links. So C10 front links and then C10 rear links. Alright boys, I think that's all I got for this one. Definitely not the best pile of stuff that I've bought before. I really don't plan on keeping too much of this stuff. A couple little things here and there that I like. Wheels and tires, axles, body, wheels and rings, tires, and everything else. Keep an eye on the scrapyard. Some of this stuff I'm going to go through, like this I'm going to fix, and just anything else that seems loose or that needs a real quick fix, I'll go ahead and fix it. But for the most part, I'd say keep an eye on the scrapyard if you're interested in any of this stuff. Sweet, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.